Peace Collective. We're going to do a quick read on compassion. One card fell out. High Priestess. It literally just flew out. You know what? Into that, this is the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcana's first edition deck that I'm pulling from, where we hear from our ancestors in our Ori. And the High Priestess on compassion is all about utilizing wisdom, understanding that we are not moving from a place of scarcity, in a place of being unafraid, a place of seeing reality, and also being able to transcend the mundane by seeing beyond and saying, okay, how can there be fairness? What is this contract looking like? Okay. Look at this duality. Let's read from the book of what the High Priestess is. High Priestess is number 2. As I mentioned, the number is also some level of balance. The High Priestess, card 2 of the Major Arcana, represents both duality and the divine feminine while drawing attention to one's inner wisdom. Wow. The goddess exudes a mothering and nurturing energy, indicating that she has and knows her answer lies within the use of her own intuition and is dependent upon her access to untouched and untried potential she holds within. So I want us to acknowledge the idea of compassion, especially in relation to mothering. When parenting at all, utilization of compassion is key. Children are in the phases of learning, as we're all technically nurturing our inner children and learning. While sometimes, and for some children, you have to be more stern and assertive than you have to with others. And with some, you may have to be a bit more gentle. There is a level of following the gut in the spirit's barometer, okay, on how you are intended to respond based on a certain behavior that can give you a certain level of compassion, right? The behavior, the personality, and so forth. Even if we're not talking about children and we're talking about your relationship with a peer, right? To move in this space of grace will require patience. It'll require a true level of intentional balance. The book also reads, you may say, she must see beyond the veil. The blue sky is clear as part of the truth is seen. However, it is what is beyond the veil that the goddess has her eyes set on. In the use of knowledge she sits perched on, as well as an infinite wisdom. I'm going to just pause here and say, like, not even reading anymore from the book, and I just want to pause here and acknowledge that, you know, for those of us that have an idea of heaven or transitioning to higher planes, and meeting a God or the God or gods, plural, right? Whatever you believe in and however you believe, I think there's something to say with compassion. We look for acceptance by those, you know, universal beings that any of us, you know, subscribe to offer us compassion when we get there based off of the earthly mistakes that we've made and attempted to amend. And so keep that in mind, collective, as you move through offering compassion to yourself and to others. Peace.